Hey everybody, good afternoon. It is Meg here from Meg Rogers Nutrition Coaching coming at you live. So let's talk about this. What are my gifts? What are my talents? Have you ever asked yourself this? I bet you have, probably even daily. Maybe you're feeling stuck. Maybe you're feeling unsure, like you have no gifts, no talents, or you think, well, I'm good at this, but then you hop on social media and see Susan down the street who's doing it better than you. So you're like, what's the point then? Like, I've been there and I get it, but I want to challenge you today. I recently went live in our group and this opened up such a really great discussion with my ladies. So I want to share it with you guys as well. Hey, Jennifer. So I recently read in this book, Ephesians chapter 4, 1-3. And I'm going to read it to you because this whole video that I did last week with my ladies was on this. And it was just like, boom, just mind blowing, awesome and stuff. Because we overthink this stuff. And it was, I want you to get out there and walk. Better yet, run on the road that God has called you to travel. I don't want any of you sitting around on your hands. I don't want anyone scrolling off down some path that goes nowhere. And mark that you do this with humility and discipline, not in fits and starts, because we like to start and stop, but steadily pouring yourselves out for each other in acts of love. Alert at noticing the differences and quick at mending fences. Hey, Jennifer, different is not always better. Sometimes it's just different. Exactly. So let that sink in. That verse that I just read, Ephesians 4, 1-4. Hey, Rachel, you made it. So, like I said, let that sink in. We're called to work hard, rest well lifestyle. Which reminds me, of course, of the story of Mary and Martha, because there's always going to be that fine line. We are always running that fine line of doing too much and not enough. We're being told to stop sitting around, stop scrolling Facebook on all those spare moments that we have, stop binge watching TV, stop being envious of others that we follow on social media, or Susan down the street who's just the quintessential Pinterest mom who does everything perfectly, and she even poops perfectly. When we try to go where we're not called, when we try to take on things that we're not called to do, guess what happens? It goes nowhere. How do you feel? You feel drained, you feel tired, you feel exhausted. It doesn't matter how much space you try to take up, you won't fit. Are you feeling tired right now? Are you feeling depressed right now? Are you feeling like, I'm really not good enough? Get honest. Are you truly in tune with your calling or doing what you think you should be doing? Jennifer, I learned to be okay with being an Amazon mom. I'm an Amazon mom, Jennifer. You are not alone. I am the part-time Pinterest mom, and then the other moments I'm just like, fuck it, and going on Amazon. So it really depends on my mood, but I'm an Amazon mom. So get honest. Are you truly in tune with your calling? I truly believe that depression is the mind's way of crying out for help because you've been ignoring your calling and you have been numbing it. So when you ignore and or numb for so long, guess what? Your mind snaps and it gives up. And what happens? You feel depressed, you feel sad, you feel miserable because you stopped listening. So 3 steps to getting started to taking back control. Let's talk about this. Number 1, the steps are so simple to do, but they're hard to do in the sense that we don't want to face it. We don't want to get real with ourselves. We want superficial change. So, number 1, write it down. Grab a piece of paper right now, journal, notebook now. If you're a perfectionist like me, hear me when I say this. Do not wait until you can go to Target or Walmart or Amazon and buy the perfect notebook to get started. Grab your phone, notepad, and start right now. Write down everything you love to do. Forget about what Susan does so great or what you think sounds impressive. What are things you have done well? You kept the kids alive. You know what? They're still going. You've made them food. You got that going. You got the laundry done. It doesn't matter if it's, didn't make it to the dryer for 2 days. You did something. You got it done. You're good at something. I promise. You have many things that you are good at. What did you want to be from a young age? What would you do if money and time were not an obstacle? If tomorrow you could use your talents towards what you love, what would you do? Write until you cannot write anymore. And I guarantee you the first time you sit down, you're going to be like, oh, I'm not good at anything. And you're going to be ignoring everything that's in front of you. But look around your house. Your kids are alive. You're alive. You're doing something right. Once done, look for themes of what you wrote down. Cross out anything you wrote because you thought, well, I should write that. Cross it out. It goes. It does not stay. Number 2, pray about it. Spend time in prayer. Thank him for your gifts and your talents that he's given you. Ask him to reveal what you might have forgotten. I don't know about you, but I can be totally blind about a lot when it comes to myself. Be willing to cross off what he has made clear that he didn't intend for you to pursue in this season. He might be calling you somewhere, but this might not be the season for it. And that's where I used to really get stuck on a lot. And also, choose his will over your comfort. That right there is going to be the game changer and why 94% of this world is failing. People are failing. 94% of people are failing because they don't want to get out of their comfort zone. They don't want to go where he leads. And guess what? It's going to be hard. Be willing to do what you've never done to gain the peace and growth you've never had. Number 3, ask others. Once you spent time on your list, heard a counselor this morning say we have to stop shutting ourselves. Yes, we should ourselves. I should be the mom that plans everything out for Gabby and does everything for her and her kids. No, it's a great way to ruin their imagination and have them completely dependent on you. No, let them learn to entertain themselves. You will never see me, that mom, outside like playing all day long. That's just not me because I am fostering independence. I raise independent kids. All of my kids are independent. From the time they are 3 and they can start opening up cabinets and pulling out a bowl, I teach them to take care of themselves. That's just how I raise my kids. I've been doing it for 16 years. It's worked amazing. Like, I love my kids. People used to tell me that, when your kids are teenagers, you're going to hate them. And I'm just like, I pray for you if you're that person because my kids are fucking amazing. I love them because I raised them to be mini-me's. They are incredible kids, self-sufficient. They have their moments, of course, where I just want to throttle them. Like, they're not perfect, but they're amazing kids with amazing hearts because I parented them. I raised them that way. So number 3, getting back on track. Sorry, squirrel. Ask others. Like, once you've written and spent time on your list, ask a few trusted friends their opinions. Please. This right here, do not go to Facebook and post a survey on what people think they think you do well. It will not be accurate. I can't tell you how many people I have on my friends list that knew the old broken Meg before she grew up and changed and became who she is. Seek out those who are for you and know your heart. Ask them what they think your thing is. Ask what seems hard for them but is easy for you. Review how their thoughts line up with your list. That's it. These steps, like I said, these steps are so easy to do, but they're also hard to do because it means that we have to take an inventory of what we're doing because, now we're being called to silence the negative talk and lean into where you're being called. And, one of the ladies shared last week, Serena, I'm totally outed you. She's like, I was watching the video and I was like, yes, but, and all these buts kept coming up and all those buts are lies. They are false things. So, you have to be intentional about that and being, like I said, intentional about when that pops up, like, wait a minute, that's not true. Don't measure your gifts against another. And remember the verse, do not despise small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see work begin. Notice that he doesn't say that he rejoices over your business card title or, your college degree in a frame, or he doesn't say he rejoices when your dreams come true. And, he doesn't rejoice when you move your ass, he rejoices when you get moving, when you just move, get moving. That's when he rejoices. Scripture says just starting is enough. Just get started. Move your ass. Does your heart believe it though? What you begin in faith, God will finish in a flourish, but you have to begin. So seriously, whip out that phone pad right now, get started. If you're going to do it, drop me a hand raise emoji. Let me know that you're going to do it. And you know what? I would love it if you actually message it to me because, a lot of my ladies, they posted actually on the video that I posted in the private group. I understand a lot of you probably don't want to do that, but share it with me. But all right, let me know if you are going to do this today. Whip out that phone pad, get started. And I look forward to seeing who is ready to grow. If that's you want more of this, let's connect. Hopefully this helps to get you thinking about where you're at right now. What are your goals? where do you want to be? Because guess what? Doing this will get you there to your goals where you want to be. So my goal is always to help you unstuck yourself, which is why I do a lot of neural pathway coaching, so that you go from having this fixed mindset to a growth mindset. So, all right, guys, my goal, like I said, always to help you unstuck yourself so you can live your best lives. But all right, guys, I'm out. Bye.